Hello everyone, how you doing? Thanks for coming and good to see you. Today we are going to be talking about The Division, and I finally got to play the beta, and this is my tactical hobo. Now, truly what I meant to say is, well, The Division is pretty much just full of tactical hobos because, well, to be honest, you just kind of end up looking like a tactical hobo. Why is my dude standing all weird? Right, tactical hobo. Anyway, I wanted to make this video because I feel like this game's being misrepresented. Represented. Haha, represented. I'm an idiot, I apologize. This game is being misrepresented. Why? It's not the shooter you think it is. And if you haven't, or if you have played it, you know what I'm talking about. We're gonna exit into the dark zone. But this game is not what you think it is if you haven't already played it. It's nothing like a shooter or a third-person tactical shooter. It's an RPG. It's an RPG to its absolute core. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We're going to go into our inventory, and if you look, you have your primary DPS, your secondary DPS. These are damage per second. Then your sidearm DPS. This is how much damage you do per second. Now, it's kind of important, but it really depends on you, your criticals, and all this kind of things. You want to go into your gun, look at your damage, your rate of fire, your magazine capacity. If you look on the right side, you'll see the talents each gun has. They have requirements, etc., etc. And my gun is actually super decked out right now. I have all of this stuff that gives optimal range on zoom in, critical hit chance, magazine size, stability, accuracy, reduced threat, all of this stuff. Now, this is cool, and it's kind of RPG-ish, but it goes way deeper than that. If we come over to character, you have your three primary attributes. You have firearms, stamina, and electronics. This is really where the RPG stuff starts to come into play. I noticed a lot of people just equip blue. They go, oh, blue, it's blue, let's equip blue because it's fucking blue. I found more gear that's better green than blue. Why? Because it gives you the stats you need. Now, armor is important as well, but if you look, primary DPS, or firearms, stamina, and electronics, I backed out, my apologies. Electronics skill power. My skill power is 910. I have an electronics skill of 91. What that means is, if we back out and go to abilities, this right here, like this is very easy. This is the first aid ability. This is your heal. If I back out, you can hold it to shoot it. I can cancel it, or I can tap it to just drop it on myself and heal. There's some players in the background. This is the dark zone, by the way. But if I go over and I look at the abilities, this heal has a base and a total. Now, the base heal of this ability is 538 health points. But because of my skill, my electronics score, it's actually 1,112. And a friend of ours has it up to like almost 2,000. So depending on what you spec in depends on what you're going to be. So if you're going to be the healer type or the medic, if you will, you're going to want skill power and probably health because you're going to want to survive when other people are going down. If you're going to use security, where is it? If you're going to use security and use the shields, there's the shield, smart cover, and mobile cover. If you're going to be that guy and you're going to be trying to take aggro, you're going to ditch the silencers, get compensators, things like this, and you're going to go straight for health and skill power. Now, skill power pretty much helps everything in your abilities. So if you look at the ballistic shield's health, its base is almost 3,000, but mine is 6,000 because of my skill. Again, a friend of ours has a high skill power. He has, I think it's 8,000 health on his shield. And it'll be the same for these. It also helps cooldowns, as well as for pulse, it helps your critical hit chance and damage, and things like this. For sticky bomb, it helps your damage as well as your cooldown. I don't think it helps the radius or the range or anything like that. But this really is an RPG. Don't go into this game thinking, hey, Siege was good and tactical, let's go get good and tactical in The Division. You know, there's a lot of cover-based stuff, like, the enemies are complete idiots, but you can really move around the environment quite intelligently. I mean, it's a very cool system. It works very well. It's fluid, it looks cool, it's a lot of fun, but it's not what you're thinking it is if you haven't played it. Like I said, if you've played it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This was an RPG probably long before it was a shooter. Like, this just has everything that just feels like an RPG, and I like that. I didn't want another shooter. I have Siege. Siege is my shooter, my competitive style shooter. I didn't want that in this. I wanted an awesome, fun co-op game. And that's good and awesome, but that's also kind of where this game has fallen for me. It is a lot of fun, but again, the majority of my time is in the Dark Zone. Now, that could just be because of the beta, because the beta was minuscule at best. There's like one mission. It's this medical mission that everyone has done. The Madison Field Hospital was in the alpha, it was in the beta. It's the only thing they ever show off. That's your mission. You do that. There's a few side missions. Go here, shoot people, finish this. There's a couple cool story bits, and then that's it. And then you come back, and that's it. You go back to the Dark Zone. You go interact with other people. You know, it's actually a lot of fun. But I'm feeling like this is turning into more of a Dark Zone-based game than a cooperative 4-player, you know... I wanted it to be more co-op than competitive, or more co-op than PvP, more PvE than PvP. But unfortunately, it looks like everything's going to be based around the Dark Zone. I mean, we know that once you hit level 30, the Dark Zone all turns into a level 30 Dark Zone, and then you can do new things in the Dark Zone, but the entire Dark Zone is level 30. So pretty much they're telling you the end game is the Dark Zone. So if you do not like PvP and you want to skip it, I'm probably fairly accurate in saying you're not going to like this game. Because this game is going to be based around the PvP, the Dark Zone. It is not going to be based around the co-op. I mean, you're going to have lots of co-op to do, I'm sure, but they've pretty much all but said that the end game is the Dark Zone. And you have to pass through the Dark Zone pretty much to do everything. And the Dark Zone is such a huge part. It's a lot of fun. It's so tense when, you know, you screw up, you accidentally shoot someone in the back, and you're like, oh shit, I'm sorry, you hold your hands up, and then they see that you're not actually trying to hurt them, and then they understand, especially when you're not communicating, because no one communicates in voice chat. Everyone is using the party chat, or something like TeamSpeak or whatever. No, at least on that I've seen so far. No one ever uses the local chat. What is it? It's based off of distance. I don't exactly know what the distance is. I think it's in settings. If we go down to voice, the proximity chat. That's the word I was thinking of. So you have your group chat, but you also have the proximity chat, and it's really hard to describe. You know, I hope everyone who really is interested in this game gets to try the beta, because I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot of fun. Like, this was one of the most fun betas that I've played, you know, and the closest that I can compare it to, unfortunately for some people, is Destiny. It has a lot of the feeling that Destiny, I felt, was supposed to have, but I feel like this game is going to be a little more complete, and when I mean a little more complete, I mean, well, if you've played Destiny, you know what I mean. Destiny was nothing. It was nothing at all. It was a fun game, but there was no content. It was over before it began. And it was kind of embarrassing. But this is the whole map. A lot of people have been complaining that the map is too small. I've played 13 hours, and I've pretty much spent about 10 of those hours in this little area. So if I've spent 10 hours in this area up till level 8, then all of this area around here, I'm sure is going to give me more than enough time. And considering I spent, 6 hours on Destiny's story, I'm doing quotations, you can't see it, but Destiny's story, and then I spent about another 20 hours in the PvP, because the competitive was pretty fun in Destiny until they started to fuck it up. I don't know if they fixed it. I have not played that game in a long time. But it's starting to kind of feel like that, but it's I don't know, it's hard to explain. I feel like it's going to be better. I feel like this game is going to be better than Destiny, depending on your depending on your view of Destiny. That could be a good or bad thing. But I feel like the game is going to be a lot of fun. I have had a lot of fun with it. And the map is, yes, the coolest damn thing ever. I love this map. You can see your character standing there. And if you actually move, you can zoom out and move around. You just come back in. Now, the only problems I have with this beta or the game questionably in general, is first of all, the appearances are pretty generic. You know, I mean, you have different colors, slightly different stuff, like 18 different styles of hobo cold jackets. I like the green one myself. Couple of different pants. Now, this isn't everything. This is just what I've collected up until this point. I'm actually going to go with the green. That looks cool. I have a scarf on, because scarf. Slightly different color of that. And then for some reason, I've collected an absolute crap load of boots. I'm not entirely sure why. It's just what it keeps giving me. But the more I see this, the more that I go, oh, that's what the quotation not microtransactions is for. The appearances in this game are pretty generic. You know, you're not going to look like a cool Spartan from Halo. You're not going to look like a badass Guardian from Destiny. You're not going to look like a bitchin' barbarian from Diablo. You're going to look like a generic ass fucking hobo soldier. That's what you're going to look like. And then they're going to sell us, so you want to look cool? Here's, give us $5, we'll let you look cool. So I don't really like that, but for the most part, you can look kind of cool. You could probably find something you like if you can get out of the dark zone with it. I've lost a mini of scarf. Let's see, what else is there? I've noticed that where is it? The dark zone keys don't do much, really. I hardly ever open them, because once you hit level 8, you can't open chests anymore. So my Dark Zone rank means shit, because I can't go into the level 8 Dark Zone area. I'm stuck in the level 7 area, but since I'm 8, you kind of get, herded into your own little level 8 lobby type deal. There is no crafting in the beta, so I can't tell you how cool the crafting's going to be, but I've collected a bunch of this dumb shit that I can't actually use. There's lockpicks. You can lockpick locked doors, which is pretty cool. So, okay, you'll be in the first mission, there's a locked door. You can lockpick it and have a chance to get some cool loot. Med kits, ammunition. I don't even know why they show you pistol ammo if it's infinite. That makes no sense. I guess just to even everything out. Consumables are cool, but if you notice, I haven't used a single damn one because you forget about them. You just kind of, it's in the back of your mind. You're thinking shooter, not RPG. You don't think about your consumables and things like that. Your grenades are pretty useful. I am being shot. Really? That's adorable. A lot of people will do that. They'll just shoot you because I'm not entirely sure why. You'll get some really cool people occasionally in the Dark Zone where, for example, you'll hold your hands up when you screw up, and then they will, they'll be like, oh, you screwed up. Okay, that's cool.
Warning. Your division affiliation has been disavowed. You are now marked as rogue.
But then you get some people who just kill you for no reason just because they think it's competitive. It's not competitive. It's more like a free world PvP enabled looting area. And there's no point in killing another person unless they have loot or unless they're already shooting at you. If you see someone who's a rogue, they have a bounty, you get some Dark Zone points and Dark Zone currency, which is completely garbage. I killed a level 5 rogue, got 700... bitch, please. But I got 700 Dark Zone currency and a little bit of experience. Kill one NPC, you get 10 times the experience. I got to level 12 in literally an hour and a half. I don't know if that's because it's jacked up for the beta or what, but it just, boom, all the way to 12. 12 is the max you can go in the beta. I don't know how further it's supposed to let you go. Don't know. But all in all, my impressions are the beta is awesome. Well, the game seems like it's going to be awesome. The beta is very... It feels less. There's not much here. There's nothing I can really say that will reassure anyone who's on the edge. It is a lot of fun. It is an RPG before it's a shooter. And I feel like there's going to be enough content to satisfy people. If I get 30 hours of gameplay out of this game, I'm happy. If I get more than that, I'm ecstatic, whatever. I'm really happy. 30 hours out of this game would be more than enough. Hell, I've played Dying Light over 100 hours, and that map is super small. It's just a lot of shit to do in it. So, despite this map being the size it is and everyone throwing a hissy fit, because it was supposed to be more, and I agree with that. There was supposed to be a lot more, but who knows if that was finalized or if they cut it. Whatever they do, you know, we'll find out about it. But you can go in a lot of buildings. There's a lot of cool verticality. That's another thing I really like about the game is you can go high, low. If it looks like you can get there, chances are you can get there. I mean, it is really cool climbing up on buildings and things like that, moving around the environment. The game looks great. I'm sure it's downgraded, and I'm sure a lot of people are crying about that, but the game looks absolutely great. I can't wait to see the maxed out PC settings. I bet it's going to look gorgeous. It plays a lot of fun, and I've noticed something weird. A lot of people are always about the, oh, can you close the doors? It's like, yeah, there's a little thing there. That's not what I even cared about. What I cared about, let me see if I can find it and show you, was, oh, here we go. Hold on. That dog is looking in that window. This is somebody who wants water. I give you water. Look at that. I just got a new hat. Cool. Hey, doggy. There are dogs everywhere. But you know, this dog was looking in this window. For example, if I shoot up this back window, there's a little bit of lag, as you can tell. But, you know, it makes the bullet holes, it doesn't shatter apart. But if I come to the side window, it totally shatters apart. That's one thing I cared about. Doesn't look as good as it originally did, but it does look pretty cool. It's cool to see that stuff being shot out while you're being shot at. That'll get shot up. You know, the bullet holes are there. There's a bit of lag depending on your connection and the servers, which have been pretty bogged down recently, so they need to fix that. And there are some terrible glitches in the Dark Zone, and some absolutely horrible... Why are you barking at me? What? I'd give you food if I could. Don't bite my nuts. That'd be unappreciative. But all in all, I like it. I really hope you guys are enjoying it. I'll have a few more videos coming up. One talking about that glitch I was mentioning. That shit's gotta go. It has to be fixed. That is non-negotiable. It is broken and so abusive. And there's other things in the beta that's so super abusive as well. But we'll get to that later. But, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you liked it, hit like, please. If you want more, subscribe. You don't have to do either, but I'd like to read some comments. If you're playing the beta, let me know what you think. Also, let me know what kind of bugs and glitches you've seen. It'd be nice to stockpile some of this stuff. But all in all, I'm enjoying this. I'll have a few more videos coming up about this game. Maybe some other stuff coming up later. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.